everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Leanne and this is lellybeanTV, the home of Lellybean Studio and me. If you've not been on my channel for a while, or you have or whatever, I'm basically using this channel as a way to document my small business adventures. However, what I was starting to use this channel for was to document my adventures into bullet journaling. So what I'm going to do today is a video that I haven't actually done yet, but I promised that I was going to do it for a very long time, and this is my bullet journal from the beginning, well, from the end of November last year until May. So I'm only a couple of months too late, but I'm going to switch over to the overhead camera. It will just be my voice and we're going to flip through it because I personally love these flip through videos and I know you guys do too. But yeah, if that is the sort of content you like to watch, please hit that subscribe button, and then yeah, we're gonna get on to the video. So it has been a long time since I've done anything like this. However, I really do enjoy my journal flip through videos. I know you guys do too. So this was my journal before the one that I'm currently using, and this is an Archer and Olive 192 page dot grid journal, and it has this lovely pretty design on the front. I got this from Under the Rowing Trees, basically just as a little gift for me being an ambassador. So that's how long I've had this journal. When you open it up, I have got a space for, to be honest, I always litter this page with lots of different stuff. In here it's got a space for my friends to write hello like messages to me. It's something that I've done in all my journals, and then there's a few stickers and washi tape from what I've collected along the way. Again, I just like using stickers everywhere. I want to get more of this sticker. These are from the Paper Lobster. A lot of what you will find in this journal specifically is a lot of me discovering small businesses that I can support and also make my spreads look a little bit more, I don't know, it's a little bit more bright. I have developed a journal style where I like creative journaling, so that is what it is. The end of last year, so that was 2022, my word of the year was eudaimonia. I've just obviously put that in every journal that I've got. Grids page, and I finally changed this to something else because I don't actually need the grids page in my new journal. The beam method, well, the beam model, because I wasn't paying attention and put a D instead of the TH. I have got a video on this. I will put it in the eye if I remember. I actually did a speech on this at Stationery Fest, and yeah, it's something that essentially, because there's some random person on the internet or some random person standing in front of you telling you these things, you'll remember them. Especially, it's not about the way it looks, it's about the way it makes you feel. So yeah, if you've ever been to any, if you've ever seen any of my journal flip throughs before, you'll know that every single notebook journal always has this quote in. I'm a massive Peter Pan fan, and Life is an Awfully Big Adventure is also what I base my whole like tagline on keep living that big happy adventure, or keep living your big happy adventure. It's the same thing. I just feel your makes it a little bit more personal. My future log, I really like the setup in this. In fact, I'm doing a giveaway journal at the moment on my Twitch channel, and this is the future log that I went with because there's just so much room to write in here. Then we go on to, oh my gosh, the pages are still stuck together, it makes me smile, my master to-do list. So I really did like this. I really liked the way that it is, but I switched to using digital to-do lists and a lot more things. Like I have a separate journal for any work stuff now. So yeah, even though I loved it, this didn't get used that much this time, which surprises me. Then I have my Twitch page and my moments to remember. I had a lot of things happen, like there was Spoiled Bean Day. We hit 150 subscribers on my Twitch channel. These are people's names that I write in from, like, they're just people's rights. It's a channel point redemption that we have on Twitch. I streamed New Year. I did a charity event. I did a lot. I did a lot. So that's what this page is. And then this is what I mean about making mistakes. I think I didn't like the page behind it, so I stuck two together. Then we have November. November was no theme November in my journal. So it was basically a place for me to stick wherever I wanted. So a lot of what I did in my journal, in this one specifically, was I do a lot of like planning ahead journal. What I do now though is a lot of retroactive, retro perspective. I don't know. I write in my journal every single day about what I've done that day, or every other couple of days now, so there isn't a lot of that in this journal. But my spreads, like I said, it was more planning ahead so that I knew what to do. But because I plan weekly, or like on a Sunday for the week ahead, I can't really plan ahead that far. So yeah, a lot of this in November specifically, hang on, we'll talk about this page in a minute. A lot of this in November specifically was just me experimenting with new materials, trying to use up some pens and things and some stickers that I had. So it is a little bit random. So no theme November worked really, really well. And then I had my first ever Christmas fair, which was in a local cafe. So local, it's actually just across the road from me. And this is Hope, who is one of my amazing mods on Twitch. I know obviously on here as well, if I ever do any lives or anything. Actually went out of their way to come and visit me, and it was just it was the most wholesome thing ever, and I loved it so much. I learned quite a lot from this, and looking back on these pictures actually makes me a little bit emotional, because I've learned so much since doing my first this. But yeah, I did a Christmas fair. Then we had again November, and then Spoil Bean Day. For anyone that doesn't know what this is, I have a celebratory stream on Twitch just to celebrate being on Twitch for so long, and I always make a spread about it or write things in my journal. So there we go. December, the theme didn't work out as well as I wanted it to be. I really wanted it to be this gingerbread house theme, but I ended up running out of steam with it, which I normally do in December. So this month, this year specifically, I'm going to just make sure that December's a little bit easier, maybe plan ahead and just do some other things, because I ran out of time again. However, I did this really cute Dutch door. I'm not gonna lie, I do love that. And then just small scrapbook pages like this. I went to see Matilda, and it was so good. It was so good. And then again, there's a few Dutch doors in here, because you know what Christmas is like. And then we have 2023. Little did I know when I was doing these spreads that 2023 was when I was going to hit a turning point in how I feel about journaling, and how much journaling will change my life, especially with the small business side of things. I do always do this in my journals. What I want to do this year, instead of doing goals, I do little I do things that I want to do. So wants, manifestations, if you will. And what I did with these is I just did them in these little envelopes, and I wrote on there things that I wanted to do. So like, this is for this year, and things like that. And then they're in here. I don't need to think about them, and then I don't need to write if I like achieve them or anything, because they're not really goals, they're just things that I want to do. I did a dashboard because obviously I already had the future log at the beginning of the journal, so I just wrote things in here about what was coming up as well. I had this idea, well, somebody brought me this idea in my Discord, and I thought it was a really good idea, and then I stopped writing in it. So this is why I'm going to stop doing things like this. This, however, actually has carried over to my new journal, and I have also put it into the giveaway journal. This is a snapshot of me. So essentially what you do is you do things at the beginning of your journal, and then you do things at the end of your journal. So here I've chosen hair colour because that's the one that changes the most. However, it won't change that much anymore. Twitch numbers, I am not numbers focused. However, the difference in numbers, like 160 sales at the beginning of November to 250 at the end of May, and also the follower count as well, but I didn't put that in here. The games that I'd played, who I've met, and then what I bought. This is a lot of what I buy is mainly small business stuff these days, but you never know, it could be something fun one day. And then my word of the year, I wanted to change to intuition. One of the biggest things about my journal this year, and anything to do with my content creation, my shop, any of that, is I just want to trust myself. Like, I want to go, I have this idea and I'm going to run with it. And I feel like so far here in September, as you're watching this video, I have done really well with that. And I am kind of proud of myself that I've done well with that. January's theme was this neutral brown theme, whatever I felt like, because it's my birthday month. We started up Beanspiration again, which was really, really exciting. Yeah, I think it ended up turning into a cats theme, even though it wasn't supposed to. Somebody in my community, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that I have this in here. I want to get this framed. Somebody in my community wrote this amazing poem, and it just has such a special place in my heart. Then we have January, yeah, it turned into cats. I don't know how that happened. This is one tracker that I was really happy that I made, because I'm not a big fan of trackers. If you've watched any of my other journal flip throughs, I'll put them up here, you'll know that I'm not a big tracker fan. However, games work for me. February was going to be an arty month. I wanted to keep away from any sort of love or any sort of traditional February shenanigans, so I did it as this like arty theme, and I think it worked really well. Again, we had another Beanspiration, so I did some painting in this one, and yeah, just very arty, very colourful, more pen tests. This spread, oh my gosh, I remember doing this one on stream, and like everyone was like, this is amazing. I had to put Flip the Frog in. Flip the Frog was new at this point, and he had to go in there. Also, I'm really sorry if you can hear my cat. Smudge has decided that it's time for the crazies hour. Then I started tracking my sales. This is the first time I've ever tracked my sales in my journal. So you'll start seeing this on a month by month basis now. And then, yeah, just very colourful. I ended up going love themed. I don't know why. More washi club. And then in March, I was going to go and see The Midnight with Izzy and Matty, who are two friends of mine. So I decided to do a midnight theme. The Midnight, if you don't know who they are, they're very retro poppy. So like they do a lot of electric pop. Oh, it's so good. So I decided to do that as a theme. Again, another sales tracker. So it's just very retro 90s, and yeah, it works really, really well. This is a quote from one of their songs. This is so arty. And then I learned probably my favourite ever way to set up my journal ever. And I think there's a lot of people in the community that love this too. This grid method, this grid like with the squares, I ended up doing it again. I've done it so many times ever since, and I really, really enjoyed it. Again, just more Beanspiration stuff. This one I ended up sticking so much in my journal, it was so hard to actually use, and I never used it. And then at that point I'd realised that I was working quite a lot. So I was trying to work out when I was going to have time off, how long I was going to work for, when I started working, and things like that. So I put a work week tracker in. I've stopped doing this so much now because I've tempered how much I'm working. However, it was just really interesting to have it written down. Again, another double Dutch door with a to-do list in the middle. I figured out how to use the distress inks with some of my stencils that I have from Ups to Daisy. Again, more Beanspiration. This month had 3 quotes, so I had to do them all, you know. had to do them all. I then did a charity stream, so there is a thank you page in here. I actually still need to do the doodles from this. I've been really bad. I still need to do the doodles, but it's not that bad. More washi tape. This was probably my favourite. I love this colour palette. It worked so well. And then I went to the midnight, and there's some pictures from that. Then April in this journal I decided to do as like a spring theme, so it's very colourful. Again, another work tracker, another sales tracker. Yeah, it's just very spring, very arty. Oh my gosh, look at this. I can't believe I forgot I did this. I'm not very good at putting my own stickers in my journal, so this is what I did. I do want to do these foil stickers again, so if anybody is looking at the foil stickers and is like, ooh, I haven't got that sticker, I have to like fiddle around with my LaserJet printer to get to do these, but I want to do them again. This spread, I really like this layout. I ended up using this layout a couple of times, and I have done ever since. A couple of pieces of my artwork stuck in here, another layout, and I rebranded. So yeah. Finally, in this journal, the possibly most arty journal spread that I've ever done, but I had so much fun with this. In May this year, Tears of the Kingdom came out on the Switch, and I did probably the most arty spreads I have ever done. So again, my sales tracker and my my work week, as you can see, I just stopped, so I don't do it anymore. I just temper how much I'm working. Again, a double week, but it does get better from here on out, I promise. More washi tape, washi club from the Paper Lobster, more stationery pile things, and another Beanspiration post. And this is where it gets good. So for May 15th, which was the week Zelda came out, I think, or it was the weekend before, I can't remember, I think it was the weekend before, I decided to draw the Zelda Twitch in my journal and make that my spread for the week. How arty and beautiful is this? And then the week after, I just did some Koroks. And then we ended my journal with It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Take This. And we did this as in a journal based one. So yeah. And then in the last pages, I always plan out how much room I have left in my journal, and I always stick a load of things on the back. But that is it. So this video is very weird from most of the content that I put out on the channel very recently, but I know a lot of people have been asking for another journal flip through, so I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please put a like up on it. I'm so like I feel like I'm getting traction on my YouTube videos again, which is absolutely phenomenal. But in any case, guys, keep living that big happy adventure, stay positive, and until next time, I'll see you then. Bye guys. Bye.